Alejandro, I love your ethos, love life, love art. Where does that come from?
Lisa, there's another sentence which is life is art. So I just took it further. Love life, love art, and it's my approach to life. That everything I see, everything is art in a way, and then so I take it as a challenge, and things that I love and encounter through my life. I like to depict them and make them and into art prints.
And were you into art? Did that love of art come from an early age?
I think so. Not in a very professional way. My mom, she was always painting oil paintings and in the family, and then and later on holidays we were always drawing and sketching. So I think knowing that we all have capabilities. Some people are more musical, some more literate, able to write. I think I was always more visual, and that's where my strength is.
And you trained as an architect. Tell me about that.
Yeah, that was in Seville. I trained for the University of Seville Architecture, and I finished my studies there, and then I practiced as an architect in England for nearly 20 years. And then it's only that I stopped that temporarily for 2 years ago to become a full-time artist that I am now.
I can see the geometric influences sometimes in your work with the architecture, but you're also influenced by something that very much tallies with that. Growing up in Granada and Seville, of course, home of worldwide famous Moorish architecture, did that have an influence on you?
It does, because it's just part of your heritage, your roots. So it's what you grow up with and you have always implanted in your brain. And it's fantastic how it can sometimes it comes out and into my prints. And now that I am in the UK, and then that kind of knowledge of art and history is broadened, and then there's more subjects and more things that I can play with, and I can compose interesting things.
The area you're from has a similar passion for life that I feel here in Brighton has as well, so I can see why you fell in love with both of those. And location is very much part of your work. How does that work? Do you travel to places? How do you get inspired?
But you just said it. I grew up in by the sea, and when I came to Brighton, I felt like I had to go back to my childhood home, and knowing that the city is so vibrant with art, it's absolutely determined to that help my career as an artist. I work in a cooperative. It's 11 of us artists all together. There's so much support, so much you can learn from other people. But that said, it's very very different to my architectural background, which is very strict, often very strict, very technical, and so I had to balance that in my head with which is sometimes good, sometimes it's got benefits and negative. The benefit is that I'm not a trained artist, so somehow I've got a different freedom to other artists, but also have the constraints of a rigorous training. So it's good to have kind of knowing where you are and think what you can do.
And how wonderful to be a successful artist. This is a dream for many people. What to you is the best part of your wonderful job?
It's exactly doing something that you love, and then providing a service that you get the satisfaction of good comments and good reviews, and I suppose that's a very good part of it. Since I started working full time, I never worked so hard in my life, but it's only because it comes with a lot of satisfaction. And there is a magazine, the Idler magazine, which I absolutely love, and it talks about resting and being wholesome and being kind of fulfill your life, but with a good balance. But somehow when you love what you're doing, you give it all the time, and still you don't feel tired. You just continue.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, and I look forward to watching your career as it flourishes, indeed as it is flourishing and goes forward.
Well, thank you very much, Lisa.